van Mastigt. You're the creative director of Freedom Lab, and you're going to be a speaker in my talk show Stadsleven about true love. What can technology help us find true love?
I'm sure. For instance, if we didn't have the anti-conception pills, or if we didn't have condoms, then we would have a very different kind of relationships. So I think that technology, also digital technology, can enhance ourselves and can lead to new perspectives on who we are and how we can find true love.
But it can also lead us into the trap of thinking that the other has to be just as perfect as they look on Tinder. And people are never perfect.
No, I agree. So technology enables us to flee or to be not confronted with ourselves, but can maybe also be used to get a better idea on who we actually are. So I don't. There's two sides to the coin.
Yeah. If I were to have virtual sex with someone on the web or through tectodildonics, would you regard that as adultery?
Well, we don't have a relationship, so I wouldn't mind. But there's people that have problems with the fact that people are connected to people online instead of just to things, for instance. So that's an interesting ethical discussion. I wouldn't regard it as adultery, probably.
But it's a new minefield that we're getting into, huh? All these new options that technology offers us to express our sexuality or to change it temporarily. We constantly have to redefine ourselves, especially now, because a lot of things are changing. So it's good to think about all these things. And you're going to think about that out loud in Stadsleven on January 31st.
Yes.
True love.
True love.
These are the somewhat depressing surroundings of the shopping area called Buikslotermeerplein in the north of Amsterdam. This shopping center is scheduled for redevelopment because the new metro is going to stop here soon. It's an odd contrast to the beauty and the subtlety of her fashion design to be finding something like that in this not very subtle and not very beautifully designed surroundings. This is the design studio of Dutch fashion designer Anne de Grijff. This is actually a temporary space here in the shopping center Buikslotermeerplein in Amsterdam North. So temporary that she has been working here for 5 years now. And it's actually a wonderful space for a designer. Plenty of open space for tables, for cutting patterns. She gave a fashion show at our home at Stadsalon. And as a favor for hosting her, she offered me something from her collection. I feel very honored because her work is very special, very distinctive, and now I'm here to see what beautiful object I might choose. This is one of the blouses I'm considering asking Anne for as my special gift for Stadsalon. Oh, the color is gorgeous, the material is gorgeous. Anne, it's silk, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And what's so special about it?
There's a special thing about this blouse is that it's completely layered, double pleated, and that it opens and closes the transparent material. It's going to be my first piece of custom-made clothes. It's very exciting.
I think her work is beautiful and strong, very strong details, and I'm really looking forward to the experience of having something made especially for me. Hello, Alice Smits.
Hello.
You're the director of the gallery Zone to Source in the Amstelpark in Amsterdam. And you have a show now by 5 artists from different countries on cartography and our relationship to the land around us. What's the show? What do we learn from this show?
The title of the show is Mapping the Ground, Grounding the Map. And we selected artists that are looking at how we can create different ways of representing the world and representing the land that emphasizes the relationship between humans and land and the way we use the land and give shape to it. And it's the show wants to counter the methods of conventional cartography that actually are more and more abstract.
You mean by the way we use satellites and data and GPS to find our way around?
Yes, we in a way we have a lot of information now through GPS and satellite imagery that give us a lot of data about Earth processes, about global networks, but they tell us very little actually about the place where we are and our real relationship to that land. And in that sense, we more and more actually are distancing ourselves and only getting further away from Earth.
And this exhibition is part of a longer series of exhibitions about the relationship between man, land, nature, environment that you've been running since you started here in 2013.
Yes, this Zone to Source is a thematic program around art, nature and technology, and we're inviting artists here now for since 2013 to do projects and create exhibitions, workshops, discussions that are all about how we can rethink the relationship between humans, nature and technology and create different relations, practices. And we do that specifically in the context of the Amstelpark, which was a world expo for horticulture, so a very beautiful place actually to work out projects, both inside the pavilion as well as also projects that we do outdoors.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Antii, the river we see in the video behind you is a freezing cold river where you went in as a diver to follow the trout. Why?
Well, it was maybe because of great interest. I was doing collaboration with a scientist before with another project, and then I get the knowledge that they are doing this kind of evaluation of the river system that is going to be preserved, and it has been preserved after that it cannot be fished there anymore. So I ended up diving there in 4-5 autumns, and I didn't actually know what to do with the materials, but the idea of actually going with the fishes, seeing them, discussing with scientists, being out was the first and foremost idea. I have the interest on that. And then
what did you learn from it?
Well, I learned from it that there is actually surprisingly beautiful things that you can find in the nature. Beautifully nice things, beautiful things that are also super important for us. So these populations are declining, and the ways we are trying to preserve how they are connected to us, how it influences me visually, and how it actually ended up as an artwork. I mean, this whole range of things what was happening.
The artwork we're standing next to, you made yourself with your grandfather's tools.
Yes.
It's 2 tree trunks. And what is this, the meaning of the blue line?
This blue line is a river where I actually dived and filmed the trouts. With the researchers, we point the places. And I wanted to present actually the river a bit differently than normally. So I used the trees from that area, or from same watershed area. You can call that these trees have been growing on same water as the trouts have been living. And then combining this kind of old way of sculpting and modern way of coding interactive LED light system. So it presents the way how the population dens up in the streams in the autumns to spawn.
And if I put my ear to the tree, I very faintly hear water running.
That's true.
Is that my imagination?
No, that's true because I use contact speakers, so this sculpture literally gives sound of the river where it has been growing.